So just mulligan the bad ones. Don't try to get lucky.
Yeah, a lot of redundancy in your deck.
Yeah, there really is.
Going live, guys. I just have to check the audio.
2,
I'm good.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this hand has lands and non-lands. So I'll keep
Lands and spells?
I will lands and spells, and I'll put a card on the bottom. So I'm ready to go when you are.
I'm going to lead with a Flooded Strand, and I'm going to pass the turn.
Sure. Draw. Forest and a Fenhorn Elf.
I'll allow it. I go.
Yep.
Drop. I have another Flooded Strand. Go ahead.
Okay. Untap and draw. Play Guy's Cradle. Play a Llanowar Elf.
Okay.
I'll cast Quirion Ranger.
Okay.
I'll return the Forest Man to untap the Fenhorn.
Sure.
One and 3. I'll cast a Skysharp Poacher.
This is the one that's Groot. 3, tap it, search for
Yeah.
one, put it into play.
Yeah, he's the Rebel.
Rebel. I'm going to go to 18.
Okay.
I'll counter spell.
Okay. It's countered. I will pass a turn after that.
Untap.
Yep.
Drop. I'm going to make Adakar waste, and you can go.
Sure. Untap and draw. Play a Forest. I will pay 4 and cast a Masticore.
Nasty, nasty.
That's right. Nasty Nate.
How many cards are in your hand?
I have 2.
Mastercard resolves.
Okay. I'll attack for 2 damage.
I will go to 16.
And I'll pass a turn.
On the end step, I'm going to cast Impulse.
Impulse resolves.
Untap. Drop.
Yep.
I'll make planes and you can go.
Sure. Untap and I'll trigger the Masticore. I'll discard a Birchland Ranger.
Okay.
And draw. I'll pay 2. I'll cast the Multani's Acolyte.
This is the Echo card draw.
That's right.
You have 1 in your hand after this.
That's correct.
Yeah, this guy's fine.
I'll draw. I will play a Forest and cast a Wirewood Symbiote.
1 left after this.
Excuse me?
1 card in hand or no cards in hand after this?
I have no cards in hand after this.
I will absorb the symbiote.
Sure.
Up to 19.
You gain 3. I'll return a Forest to my hand to untap the Llanowar Elf. And I'll attack you for 7.
I'm going to go to 18, and I'm going to Swords the Masticore.
Sure.
You go to 24, I take 3 and go to 15.
That's correct. And then I will pass the turn after that.
Draw Mishra's Factory, and you can go.
Sure. I'll pay the Echo and draw from a turn. I'll attack with the Multani's Acolyte.
13. It's a 2/1, correct?
That's correct. I'll play a Forest. And pass the turn.
And step, I'll cast Impulse.
Sure.
Untap. Drop.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make Factory. You can go.
Okay. Untap and draw. You have 3
That's
cards in hand?
accurate.
Okay. I'll pass the turn.
And step, I'll cycle Decree for 3.
Sure.
Drop.
Mm-hmm.
Untap. Draw.
Yep.
Make Island.
Okay.
I'll animate Factory and attack.
I'll block with everyone.
I will pump the Factory and kill everyone but Fintorn Elves.
Okay.
You may go.
Sure. I'll play a Forest. And I'll cast a Fintorn Elf.
Sure.
And pass the turn.
Make our ways. I'll animate Factory.
Sure.
And I'll attack with Factory and 2 soldiers.
I'll take 4.
You're 20, my 13.
I was at 24 from the
You
Master
may go.
Quest, so I should be at, right? I was at 24 from the Master
Yes, you
Quest?
should be at 20.
Correct.
Yes, you go to 20?
Yep.
My 13.
Got it. All right.
Go ahead.
I'll untap and draw. I'll attack you with both Finhorn Elves.
Block 1.
Sure.
My 12.
I'll play a Quarian Ranger.
Sure.
I'll return a Forest to untap the Finhorn Elf.
Sure.
I'll replay the Forest and pass.
And step Impulse.
Sure.
4. Can I take them all?
I think that would be very good. I would be playing Impulse in this deck.
I think everybody'd be playing Impulse. We'd find a way. Mud Impulse. Ah. Untap.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. Animate Factory and attack.
Sure. I'll take 3.
3? Yeah, you're 17, my 12.
Yep.
I will play planes and you may go.
Okay. I'll attack with both.
Block 1. Block the queer.
Sure, I'll untap the Findhorn Elves.
Okay.
4 damage.
I will go to 11.
And I'll replay the forest.
Yep.
And I'll pass the turn.
Untap.
Yep.
Draw. I'll animate factory and attack.
Sure. I'll go to 15.
Put you to 15. You may go.
Draw. I'll attack with a Findhorn Elf.
Block.
Sure. Play a forest and cast a Quirion Ranger.
Sure.
And pass the turn.
And step, I'm going to cast Factor Fiction.
Okay.
Standstill. Powder Keg. Coastal Tower. Standstill. Wrath of God.
Mm-hmm. You can put the 2 standstills and the yeah, let's leave it like that. 2 standstills versus the other.
Like that? I'll take standstills.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
First. Tap. Drop. Make a plains. Make a standstill.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do this. Attack with factory.
I'll go to 13.
You're up.
All right. Untap and draw. You have 2 cards in hand?
I have 3 plus the standstill you know about.
Plus the standstill. Okay. I'll attack for 1.
My 10.
I'll pass the turn.
Draw. Animate factory and attack.
Go to 11.
I'll make waste and you can go.
All right. Draw. I'll attack for 1.
My 9.
I will play a forest and pass the turn.
Attack.
I'll go to 9.
9's up. You may go.
Untap and draw. I'll attack for 1.
My 8.
And I'll pass.
Attack.
I'll go to 7.
Go ahead.
Untap and draw. I'll attack for 1.
7's up.
And I will pass the turn.
Attack.
I'll go to 5.
Go.
Untap and draw. I'll attack for 1.
My 6, your 5.
I'll pass the turn.
Attack.
I'll go to 3.
3, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand. Move the discard.
Mm-hmm.
I'll discard this standstill.
Okay. Untap and draw. Cast a Wirewood Symbiote.
Trigger.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Wirewood Symbiote resolves.
Okay. Pay 2. Cast a Multani's Acolyte.
Resolves.
I'll draw a card off of that. I'll cast a Priest of Titania.
Resolves.
I'll tap the Cradle for 4. I'll play a second Cradle. I'll return the Acolyte to my hand.
Sure.
I'll cast it again. I have 2 floating.
Yes, you do.
Draw a card. Can I draw a card
absolutely.
off of the Acolyte?
Continue.
Okay. I'd like to cast a Survival of the Fittest.
How many cards are in your hand?
I have 3.
You have no mana floating?
I have no mana floating.
I'll look the card up really quick. Give me a second.
Sure.
I'm going to go to 5.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's no reason for that. I'm going to cast the Impulse.
Impulse results.
I am going to counterspell Survival of the Fittest.
Okay, that's countered. I'll tap the Cradle for 4.
Yep.
Cast a Symbiote.
Okay.
I'll attack you for 1.
I'll go to 5.
I pass the turn after that.
Wrath the God.
I'd like to respond. I'll return the Acolyte
Sure.
to my hand and the Quarian Ranger.
Sure.
Wrath the God results.
Attack.
All right.
Pump.
Yep. Yep. I played to my outs. Maybe I shouldn't have. No, I think it was fine. I had to do it that way. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, it was pretty okay, except for the Mistress Factory, which I just hoped you didn't get the third one. It was a bit unfortunate. I was also dead to another decree, so you had a bunch of outs there anyway. All right, I'll start. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this hand is fine. I'll keep.
I like that descriptor. Fine. I will keep.
Every hand in this deck is fine. Hindhorn Elves, go.
Out of Waste, go.
And tap and draw. I'll play Multani's Acolyte.
Yep.
Draw a card. Play a Gaia's Cradle. And play another Acolyte.
Yep.
Draw a card. And pass the turn.
Make out of our waste. Go ahead.
Sure. I'll pay the echo on full and draw. Play a forest. Attack for 5.
15.
I'll pass the turn.
End step, I'll go to 14 and I'll cast Impulse.
Sure.
Tap. Drop.
Yep.
Factory, and you can go.
Sure. Untap. Draw. I'll play a forest. I'll attack with the acolytes.
My 10.
I'll cast Wirewood Symbiote.
I'll go to 8 and counterspell.
All right. It's countered. I will play a Findhorn Elves.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
I'm going to go to 7 and cast Wrath.
I'll float 4.
Sure.
Let it resolve. And cast a Caller of the Claw.
Yeah, how's it? That's fine. Am I dead? Yep.
Yeah.
Needed you to not natural into one of those 2 callers.
That was a fine draw.
Yeah, that was good.
Pretty much every hand without a survival is a fine draw, and every hand with a survival is a really fine draw.
Every hand where you actually get Gaia's Cradle is much better than the hands where you don't.
Oh yeah, well that's true.
That's the biggest difference, I think, for that deck. If you don't have Cradle, your deck is like C-, and if you do, it's A. That's why I like the crop rotation versions of it that get Cradle a little faster.
I disagree.
Maybe
the deck is still very strong without a Cradle.
I can't.
But it does go from like, okay. It does probably go from like a high tier 2, low tier 1 to probably high tier 1 when you have the Cradle draws.
I respect that you value the deck highly. I don't think that it's even remotely close to high tier 2 if you don't have Cradle.
That's a challenge for anyone listening who doesn't own Cradles.
Any of those Elves.
Hey guys, did I miss game 2 or is this still prepping for game 2?
You missed game 2.
Oh my god! I had a feeling
you had to have Caller of the Claw, and he had Caller of the Claw.
Yep. That'll do it. Stepped away for someone at the door. It's like, oh, find out his cat food, come back, and I'm like, they're still mulliganing? No.
2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Let's see if this is playable. It's not, so I'll mulligan.
Good luck in game 3, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. I'm keeping this.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Land and spells. I will keep. Okay, let's do it. Good luck.
Fairy Conclave. Go ahead.
Draw card. I'll play a Findhorn Elf. Go ahead.
Seems familiar. Have a Plains and a go.
Untap and draw. I'll attack for 1.
19.
I'll play a Forest and cast a Quirion Ranger.
Sure.
And I would like to untap the Findhorn Elf with the Quirion Ranger.
Okay.
And cast a Priest of Titania.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
I have an island and a go.
Sure. Untap and draw. My Forest. I'd like to cast a Survival of the Fittest.
Counterspell.
Okay. 3. I'll return a Forest to untap the Priest. 6. And cast Kamal. Oh,
Yep.
Kamal. Sorry,
Sure.
I played the wrong card out of my hand. Then I will pass turn.
I have a factory and a go.
Sure. Untap. Draw. I'll pay 2 and cast Survival of the Fittest.
Yeah. That's fine. Oof. I feel like you played Fact or Fiction.
It feels pretty good. Let's attack you with the Kamal.
Take the 5.
It's 4 damage.
Oh, 4? Is it a 4-5 or a 5-4?
Yeah. No, it's a 4-3.
4-3. Okay.
That's, you know,
My 15.
onslaught power creep. Now it would be like a 9/9.
With trample and indestructible.
Yeah. He'd have hexproof. I'll pass.
Fact or Fiction.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wastes. Flooded Strand. Flooded Strand. Wasteland. Impulse.
Oh boy. Let's put the wasteland and the impulse together.
Like this?
Yep.
It's actually close. Taking a spot.
Okay.
Untap. Draw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play a Strand and Fetch to 14.
Okay.
Humility.
I'd like to respond. I'll tempt the priest for 3.
Okay.
Then I'll return a forest to untap the priest.
Okay.
And I'll tap the priest again for 3 more. 6. Then Humility resolves.
Move to attack.
I'll Emerald Charm the Humility.
Sure.
And I have 5 left.
Yep.
I'll activate Survival
Continue.
and discard Deranged Hermit.
Yeah. I'm just going to concede. I can't beat that. 6 draws.
Okay. Good games.
Double survival charm. It's like this stacked.
All right. Well, I feel lonely. Am I by myself?
I'm here.
Oh, thank you. I felt really lonely for a second.
Hey,
you know what?
Charger in the sideboard.
I won
Or
without
main deck.
Cradle.
What?
I won without Cradle.
Yeah.
You know, that was fun. I said I won without Guy's Cradle. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, the Chronicler.
I brought in 2 Charms and a Naturalize.
I've got to make a.
I didn't really feel like, he had 2 outs. He had 2 Humilities, and I guess he could have had like Wrath of God there with Stifle for the Caller of the Claw. But I was actually just going to animate all his lands if he cast Wrath of God.
Yeah, that's what I was pretty much thinking you were going that way, or get the
So
Chronicler. Is that you, Remy? I always forget who. I got to make a cheat sheet of everybody's names.
But I think that was, it was a good draw. But I was also on the draw, so, if he just had a Swords to Plowshares or something, my draw was much worse. So he just didn't happen to have a Swords to Plowshare, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah.
his draw was fine. He just he needed a removal spell.
Yeah.
Because the hand was terrible without the priest. If he had 1 removal spell for the priest, I lose the game.
Yeah.
So
I know exactly.
the hand wasn't that good.
Seeing
The hand wasn't
Kamal
that
get
good. It
through
was pretty
like-
good.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to hit the whatchamacallit, Mastercore, so you would just start 3 mana, kill a land, right? It's 2. It's 1.
I actually sided both Masticores out in this matchup, but maybe I'll keep 1 next time. Usually, you can't really expect to get
if
those
you're
2
running
in
just
play
2 and 2,
versus
yeah.
this deck.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, it'd be
exactly.
nice.
Yeah, I mean,
It's pretty good.
Survival's
Maybe I'll
to
keep 1
get what you
Masticore
need.
next time.
yeah, you don't have recursion out of the graveyard, right?
Well, sometimes it's yeah. I should probably keep 1 in just because I bring in a second squee. So it's kind of nice to have like the natural use for the squee besides the survival.
Yeah, but Kamal on a Wrath. Oh my god, that's so wrong.
Kamal with infinite mana on a Wrath.
Ooh. Yeah, it's like I was hoping that wasn't how the match would end in terms of being able to chat, but it's happened before.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I used to get mad when I lost, but I've grown out of that. Every time I talk about somebody like rage quitting, my wife reminds me of the time when I broke my Warcraft Frozen Throne CD in half when I lost the match.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember that.
So
to Super Nintendo.
I was like
the
this
remote.
stupid huntresses. They're too good. So now you just download the game, I guess.
Yeah.
But I remember I lost. I hit eject on CD on my computer, and then I broke it in half.
Oh man.
Oh man. And then I went back to the store like a week later and bought it again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. I mean, the deck takes a little bit of luck, but
Yeah.
you know what? So does like a blue-white deck that's just playing a bunch of counter spells. So.
Yeah.
I think I played the first game really well. Maybe I made a subtle mistake, but he drew a lot of cards. So
Yeah.
I guess
And
blue white's a tough deck to play too.
Yeah.
But
The game I missed, game 2, was like, it's like when you're wrathing away a green deck, you have to worry about a green creature deck. When you're wrathing them away, you have to worry about the possibility.
And I had a lot of mana because I did draw cradles there. I drew a cradle in the first game and the 2 acolyte is I'm not even going to be down that many cards after
Yeah.
the.
How many
And then I
callers
played like
did
the
you,
extra elf.
You run like a main deck
I
caller?
have a main deck and I brought in a second one.
Second one, yeah. That's all you have in the 75
Yeah.
is just the 2, or do you have a third one?
No, I think I played 3 1 month. No, I think I've only played max 2. I don't really like the card. But,
Yeah.
Clearly it's necessary
you want it at a
in
very
a lot of
specific
matchups.
time. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just sort of holding it.
Well, with survival, you can almost always find it. But I have thought about playing the one that Michael recommends, that what is it, the Wirewood Herald? But I never feel like I would want to, because I wouldn't play more than one, and I can't think of a time when I would like cast survival for that guy.
Yeah.
And then play him. I would always just get an Acolyte or something, or a Symbiote, and if I'm not getting the 3 draw. But yeah, I mean, Kamal's really cool. That was cool that it put him in a situation where he couldn't Wrath.
Yeah.
And he may have had the Wrath. So,
Yeah.
he probably, if he had the Wrath, he probably saw the line.
Yeah.
With the...
It's like, ooh, Kamal's in.
with the
that's
Kamal.
deadline. Yeah. And then Kamal
Kind of like a very good draw.
Kamal's other special effect is what? Do an overrun?
Yeah, he has
so you can make all your lands and
but
overrun, yeah.
I was afraid of Stifle, so that's why I didn't go for the overrun in the earlier in that turn before.
Yeah.
I just figured,
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, even if he resolves the humility, and I don't have anything, like I can still survival twice, get 2 squeeze in my graveyard, and I can just pump out 1/1s until the game's over.
Yeah. That's always the option.
So I was pretty happy, even if he had like I don't know, even if he had a counter, but I guess he didn't have enough mana to do it.
Yeah.
So sometimes Elves is really good. That's fine.
I mean, his other line out would be if he got humility and then Decree of Justice if he had sufficient mana to like start trying to outrace your dorks, because you both and that was a different game where you both were going draw go. that was game 1.
The thing is, I mean, I know he doesn't want to like prepare for a tier 3 deck like Elves, but he could play Hibernation in the sideboard, and it would help.
Yeah, if you think there's gonna be enough green, and there's.
Call Other Claw is really bad when you cast Hibernation. Yeah. It returns the survival to my hand too. I think it's permanent.
I think
is it permanent?
Good question.
Hibernation, MTG. Return all green permanents. Yeah, this card is really good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I almost considered before putting a main deck in an Enchantress deck to use it sort of like how the vintage or other Storm decks work, where you play a lot of artifacts and you Hercules and then replay them all, or what's the other one? Paradoxical Outcome. Yeah, that's fun. And it's like, Hibernation would be like.
So what, with like Birch?
For mine I would bounce.
Yeah, you could do it with like a Birch Lord Ranger recycle deck.
Yeah, for mine it would, for the Enchantress it would just be getting like bouncing back basically all your 1 drop, and then just start going stupid with it. It's like it would be a good defense and a possible offense that you could do with it, but that would be me playing in like well below tier 3.
Yeah, I have a tier 3 deck coming up next month. I promise I won't play Elves next time.
I know, it's cool though, seeing how Elves with survivals turned out. It's like we get sort of a like flavor of the quarter, I'd say, with these events that like you get the Dreadnoughts popped out, and everybody wanted to sort of make their own. So you have white, blue, black, blue, green, blue. You have black, white.
Yeah, I'm afraid of these Dreadnought decks. Blue, they're really good.
So it's like you got all those flavors that came out. Then you have Elves, and you've got sort of splits of Biorhythm Elves, traditional Elves, survival Elves.
I have that Biorhythm in my deck this month, and Anton, if you're listening to this, I don't want to play it anymore.
Did you watch the match before, you guys, or?
No, I was playing a commander thing for this this other league,
Yeah.
so I didn't have it. I just caught the end and I saw the results. It said 2-1 for the elf deck,
Yeah.
but I didn't have time to watch it. But I think I'm gonna watch it if my wife wants to do something different. But I'll probably do something with her now.
I won't spoil Game 3 then. Game 3 was cool.
Okay, yeah, I'll watch it. All right, well, thanks. I'm gonna get going now so I can spend a little time.
Sure thing. Man. Congrats
before
for
I gotta
moving
get
on
ready
to
for
the
bed
top
and
8.
stuff. Thanks, and have a good night. And thanks for hosting.
Later.